Hello and welcome to another Royal Reviewer channel episode. I'm in my greenhouse because I wanted to film outside, but it's quite windy and I didn't want the wind to interfere with this video. So I'm in the greenhouse, it's Sunday, and of course what happens on a Sunday? The Queen is out at Balmoral for her regular church service, the Sunday church service at Craffy Kirk Church. I will link to the photographs which I saw in the description of this video, so pause this video now, open the link in a separate window so that you can see what I'm talking about, and then obviously comment in this video what you thought about the photographs. And of course everybody eagerly awaits each week while she's on her annual summer break who is going to be with the Queen, who is staying at Balmoral this week. And we know, or rather we know at least who attended church. Let's keep it real. So we saw the Queen, who was in the leading car, and sat next to her was Autumn Phillips, Peter Phillips's wife, and of course Peter Phillips is the son of Princess Anne. So she had a very prominent role this week at Balmoral, so of course it's expected that Peter and all of his family, his immediate family, is there too. In the next car we saw the British Prime Minister Theresa May and her husband Philip May, and there's been a lot of talk about why she's there. Well, the Prime Minister is typically invited once a year in the summer to holiday at Balmoral, and of course this is the week that Theresa May and her husband have been invited, so she's there. There's been much speculation in the press about that she's going to talk about Brexit and she's going to brief the Queen on Brexit and all that. Again, whether it's at Buckingham Palace or at Balmoral, if the Prime Minister has a meeting with the Queen, an official meeting, it is strictly private, so nobody knows what has been discussed between Theresa May and the Queen. And if they try and say otherwise, they are lying. However, it is likely that Theresa May will speak to the Queen about Brexit. She will probably mention it. But again, we don't know exactly what was discussed. In the next car, following on from the Prime Minister, were Charles and Camilla. And of course, Charles and Camilla have been out this week doing lots of public engagements, back to work, but it is believed that obviously they've gone back up to Scotland for the weekend. They do have a home on the Queen's Balmoral estate called Burkhall, which is roughly, I suppose, about a mile away from the main Balmoral Castle house. And it was previously the home of the Queen Mother whilst she was in Scotland, and is the perfect base for Charles and Camilla when they are in Scotland. Now, those of you in my live chat from last night will know that I did speak about this, but I thought I may as well mention it again, seeing as some people may not have been watching. Some people have been asking why I referred to Charles and Camilla as the Duke and Duchess of Rothesay. Well, it's because that is their official Scottish title when in Scotland. So if Charles and Camilla are in Scotland, they should be addressed as the Duke and Duchess of Rothesay, and that is what they are referred to in any official communications coming out of Scotland. And it also provides a really good example of how one person can hold two dukedoms, because of course Prince Charles is also the Duke of Cornwall. So a person can hold two dukedoms. Prince Charles holds two, the Dukedom of Cornwall and the Dukedom of Rothesay, as well as all of his other titles, although the principal one, of course, is the Prince of Wales. We did not see the Duke of Edinburgh, although it is believed he is staying at the castle still. And again, we had no sign of Harry and Meghan. Whether they have already been or whether they are still expected to go at some point remains to be seen. We still haven't had any actual proof that they have been there or not. Obviously, some reports have said that they were there, but again, we do not know for sure, so let's keep an open mind on that one. And of course, the Cambridges are back in London. Prince William back to full-time royal duties, Prince George is in school, and Catherine is still on maternity leave, and we have no word yet as to when she's getting back to work. The Queen looked wonderful. I thought Autumn Phillips looked delightful too. I'm not sure of the designer for Autumn Phillips. And of course the Queen is known for her in-house designer of Angela Kelly, although we don't know for certain it's an Angela Kelly, but most likely by Angela Kelly for the Queen's outfit. If you have enjoyed this video, then please give it a big old thumbs up. Don't forget to share on social media, and also hit that notification bell so that you know whenever I upload a new video. So from me, in Shropshire, in my greenhouse, goodbye.